So in this video I'm going to be showing you how I took this picture from looking like this to this using the frequency separation technique. So it's very simple and very easy to do. So first of all, I'm going to delete this edit I did. Now I'm going to press Ctrl J on my keyboard to create a new layer. I turn off this back layer. Then what you're just going to do, you're going to select the spot healing tool. We're going to first of all take care of the blemishes. As you can see, this picture is not so sharp, the resolution is not so high because I downloaded it from Pinterest. But then what you're just going to do is just clean up the blemish, the pimple and the like. So now I think I'm satisfied with this. To this level I'm satisfied like this. I just want to remove some others I can see, but then I'm satisfied with this before and after. So you're not going to see much different here because of there are still a lot of blemish on the face, but then frequency separation is going to fix it. So now I'm going to do press call up my frequency separation action. What I'm going to do now, I'm just going to reduce it very much. I'm going to reduce it quickly like 3. The reason I'm putting it to like 3 or 2 or 2.9 is because I want to see these blemishes. So the way frequency separation work is this: whatever you are seeing here is what you are going to blend. So whatever you are seeing here now is what you are going to blend. So there's no, by the time you are done with brushing with your mixer brush, all these are not going to be visible again. Do you understand? So if I take this up, it means, so what I see here is what I'm going to use mixer brush to remove. So because there are a lot of blemishes on the face, I'm going to take it down to like 3. Right, take the blur radius to 3 because I want to actually use the mixer brush to remove all these other blemishes. I don't know if you understand. I'll repeat myself one more time. When you are setting the blur radius, we are reducing it. Whatever you see here is what your mixer brush is going to take away. Right, that's just how it works. So now we're going to come to my mixer brush tool. Then I'm going to come here. I'm going to turn up the high layer so that I can see better and work on the area I want. So the settings I'm using is, on my weight I have 33, on my load 30, mix 30, flow I go between you know 10 to 15 to 20 depending on what I'm fixing. Like in this place I'm using 25 because there are a lot of blemishes that I want to take care of, right? So most times most people make mistake and they allow this this place to be white. If this place is white, you're trying to mix, you can see white is entering, but we don't want that. So what we can actually do is just click on this here and make sure this is transparent, this is appearing transparent. If it's not appearing transparent, click on this and make sure it's transparent, right? So now we just have to blend, right? So you can actually go up and down or or do a circular movement. It doesn't matter so long as your flow is not too high. If your flow is too high, the stroke you're using might damage the image anyway. So make sure your flow is not too high, right? As you can see. Okay, so one thing you see me that I didn't do is zoom in too much like this on the face, because if you zoom in too much while you're brushing the skin, you might make error. So you just want to give yourself distance so that you can see the whole image as you are brushing it, right? So you don't want to zoom in too much when you are brushing with the mixer brush, because you don't want to make mistakes, right? So yeah, I'm going to do another frequency separation here because the face is not as smooth as I would like it to be. So there are two options I could have done here. I could have come to this frequency layer and just zoom in, because these other things are okay. So it's doing like this because all sample all layers selected. um, so I could go and take my time and remove this other blemish to just clean up the image and make the image look as natural as possible. But then I just want to do another frequency separation layer action. I just want to run the frequency separation action again, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to merge this together. Press Ctrl Shift and E to merge it together. Then I'll run frequency separation again. This time, um, use like maybe two. Yeah, two is fine. But then I'm going to come to my flow and reduce it to like 9 or 8. Then I'm just going to brush. The reason I'm reducing it because the reason I'm reducing the flow is because the radius is actually very low. I don't want the missing to be high, the flow to be high, so that it don't the skin don't look too plastic and the legs. So yeah. So now what I'm just doing, I'm just blending those other texture I don't want. I'm just using the mixer brush to just blend them away. So yeah, so this is the before and the after. So it's kind of just a small change that you see. But then, so I'm going to come to the eyes here and just like brush on the eyes a bit. Come here. Okay, I can actually zoom in because it's actually a small area, but I don't want to zoom all the way in. Right, so just brush here like so. So I think okay. So I'm just gonna merge this again. Control Shift E. So one thing I'm going to do now is going to come to my spot healing brush tool and just take away these blemishes here. I did not want to brush so hard here. I did not want to brush hard here because I don't want to flatten the part of this face. So I'm just going to take away the blemish here, and I mean, I always want the skin to look natural, right? Okay, I think I'll run the frequency separation action one more time. So as you can see, this frequency separation is not something that you can do once and just relax. You can actually do it over and over and over and over again to fix problem areas, right? So I'll come to mixer brush. Then this flow, I'm going to take it all the way down to like let's say 6. Then because I'm zoomed in too much, so much, I don't want the flow to be too much so that I don't damage the skin. So I can even come to the patch tool, take the patch tool. As you can see, these are the areas that do not really align well. I can just use the patch tool and just move them to kind of um, fill in and repair this part. I mean, I'll do a video especially on using frequency separation and the patch tool and the spot healing brush tool also, just to do. So there are different ways of fixing problems with frequency separation, not just using the brush tool. You can actually use the patch tool, you can actually use the normal brush tool, not mixer brush tool, to fix problem areas. So yeah, other videos that will come that I will show you how to do those. It's very easy just to understand the technique. So yeah, the problem I see here now, I just use the patch tool to fix it. Right, so this before and after, before and after. Right, I want you to pay attention to this area, before and after, before and then after. Okay, I think for now we're good. I mean, there's one area I can see here. Just take the patch tool and just move it over. I mean, yeah, now we are good. So one way I actually use the patch tool with frequency separation is to fix dark knuckles. Right, if knuckles here are dark, you can just take it and just patch it. Right, Control Z. Right, and just patch it. But that will be on another video anyway. So we're just focusing on the face here. So let's do this, and I think yeah, we're actually done with this. I can come if I want to remove these dark circles, this dark, yeah, you can take your time to remove it and make the skin look as flawless as you want it to be. But then this is just for a tutorial, so I'm going to leave it like this. I mean, um yeah, let me just fix it because it's disturbing my eyes. So now I'm doing this on the high layers, right? These textures are on the high layers, so I'm clicking on the high layers here and just touching or healing the spots that I really do not like. Anyways, before, after, so I'm just going to merge the layer and then we are done. So one last thing I might do, let's run the frequency separation again. Take it to like 2, 4 is okay. Then I'll come to portraiture. So I can use portraiture. Let me just turn on the mask, um, to mask, and then we are done. So what portraiture does is just soften the whole skin, and yeah. So normally I'll come and do a mask on this portraiture layer and press X on my keyboard to invert the mask and just take the effect away from places I don't usually like. I don't usually like to be soft, like the eyes. I don't want the eyes to be soft. The lips, the teeth, I don't want those to be soft. The eyebrow, I don't want those to be soft as well. But the other part of the skin, before and after, I just like subtle, not so much, right? So yeah, I'm gonna merge visible layer. Then the next thing we're gonna do is just do the eyes and teeth whitening, but at this point it's just teeth whitening. So I'm just going to whiten the teeth. So at this point I would like to make you know about my retouching pack that I have. I have amazing actions and amazing lots that will help transform the way your image look. I mean, these are the things I'm using in these videos, right? Everything I use to edit pictures in my videos or my page, whatever I do, everything that are in that pack. You have action, you have lots, you have plugins like portraiture, exposure, S7 and the likes. So if you're interested to get it, just send a message to my WhatsApp and then I'll tell you how to get it. So now I'm just going to reduce the opacity to like, let's use like 40 or 30. I don't want it to be too white. Yeah, this is okay. Then we'll go flatten it, merge it, shift control E. The next thing we're going to do now is just add lookup table loads to it and we are done. So I'm just going to come and pick one of the loads I have and fix it. I mean, this is already looking good. Reduce the opacity a little bit and there you have it, right? There you have it. We have the before and the after. So these are the lots I was telling you about. I can actually add another one, right? Let me come up and add lots. Come here and just add another one to it. It just kind of, you know, changes and add variety to it. You know what, this I'm just going to make to affect just the skin. So the way I did, I press Ctrl I to invert the mask, then I was just going to paint on the skin, right? So yeah, so I like the way the skin is looking brown, right? So I want this to just affect the skin and nothing else. That's why I inverted the mask and I'm brushing it into the skin, right? So I mean, here we have it. This is after, and this is before. This is after. This is before. This is after. So one last thing I would like to say to tell you is this: that when you are retouching, to get the best realistic edit, you want to leave some kind of blemish on the skin to make it look real. For example, as you can see, I didn't take away this all these blemishes here to make it look real, right? I like my images to look real, not look over edited or too plasticky. So you kind of leave maybe the mark, maybe there's injury mark, you can leave that, leave one or two small pimple, and just to make the skin look realistic, right? Or if you are going for, depending on what you like, me that's what I like. If you are going for a very perfect, flawless, editing looking skin, it's also fine. But I'm just telling you my own preference. So that'll be the end of this video. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.